A camera trap is an essential tool for biologists or anyone working on environmental issues, whose objective is to observe and study wildlife, as well as to carry out environmental studies or monitoring projects. These cameras are sensor-operated and usually capture images of large animals or animals large enough to trigger the sensors. However, on some occasions, they have provided graphic evidence that, where they had been placed, there was something much more disturbing than you'd think. Zombies, the Bigfoot, the chupacabras. Here you have 5 spooky things caught on camera traps that can't be explained. Number 5. Alien in the woods of Pennsylvania. Normally, such devices are placed in forests, natural parks or protected areas, providing exclusive graphic content of numerous animals. In November 2012, one of these camera traps, placed in the Allegheny National Forest in Pennsylvania, captured the image of a deer quite close to it. However, the most disturbing thing of all was that, right in the back, in the darkness of the forest, the figure of a humanoid creature can be perfectly seen. It should be noted that this camera trap used infrared vision, so it captured something that the human eye cannot see with the naked eye. We can see its face, its mouth, neck, torso, and arms. Is it really something paranormal, a real person, or just a hoax? We would like to think that it is really a flesh and blood person sitting on the forest floor trying to get our attention, but it is not the first time we see something similar. In 2010, a deer hunter from Berwick, Louisiana, showed the world the images that his deer camera recorded during one night. Although he found his camera broken, he managed to take the memory card that was still inside, as well as the photograph we are about to show you. According to NBC, this creature is a cross between a human and an animal. That is, a being with extremely thin limbs and glowing eyes. In fact, Berwick is a town that, since 1963, has witnessed countless sightings of a humanoid cryptid very similar to this one. Could it then be the same creature, or do you think it is just a hoax? Number 4. Unknown animal. This time, we will show you the picture of another animal that, to date, remains a mystery. The image was taken in Southwest Virginia, thanks to a tracking camera placed in the surroundings of the mountains. Its owner, Roger Williams, an explorer who uses this type of automatic device to take pictures of animals, found the photograph of a creature that no one has been able to identify. That's why he decided to send it to the website southwesttimes.com in order to shed some light on this enigma. At first glance, it looks like an animal with features similar to those of a Bigfoot, with much more fur on the back and much shorter on the limbs. In addition, its front legs appear to have hands that grasp the base of a trunk, as well as elongated feet, similar to those of a person. What kind of animal is it? After sharing the image on the internet, several theories emerged around this creature. The most skeptical believe that it is undoubtedly a bear or a primate. But does a bear have those paws and fur? It is possible to find primates in the forests of Virginia. Probably not. That is why there has been speculation about the possibility that this is a real Bigfoot or Sasquatch, although no evidence has been found to indicate that this is actually what is happening here. So unless it allows itself to be photographed again, we will have to keep speculating and guessing about its true identity. Number 3. Mountain lion in action. Taking a clear and accurate image of a mountain lion is a complicated task even for a professional photographer. Hence the importance of camera traps. But things get a little more amazing when the images in question show one of nature's most impressive scenes: hunting. That's what happened in 2009, when the hunting website Buck Manager, Deer Management and Hunting published an article showing an apparently fake photo of a mountain lion dragging a deer it had just killed. Yes, the author of the article talked about a possible montage, since after the publishing of the photo, there were many who claimed to be the real owners of such a fascinating scene. The photograph wasn't a hoax. Several months, the real owner of the photograph, Chet Marcraft, contacted the web and stated that the image was completely real. What's more, He is sure to have several more photographs of that particular moment, besides keeping the skull of that deer at home. Here you can see the rest of images that tell this story. In fact, you can see the trail of the deer in the sand after being dragged by the mountain lion. The weirdest thing of all was the Shed had never uploaded that photograph to the internet. Someone scanned the printed image and revealed it without his consent. Number 2. Zombies wandering around at night. As we said at the beginning of this video, camera traps are an automatic device that captures images with the help of a motion sensor that, after detecting the presence of an animal, takes a picture. But what would happen if instead of detecting an animal presence, it detects the presence of something paranormal? What if one of these cameras detects a horde of zombies? And we say horde because not only the clear image of one of these beings can be distinguished. Unfortunately, we do not have any more information about this picture, although a number of rather strange elements can be seen in it. On the left, there is an orange light that seems to emanate from a floor lamp, and right in the center, there is a blue flash. Do you think it is a real image, or rather a Photoshop job that needs to be improved? It's up to you to decide. Number 1. Bigfoot. Reality or fiction? In 2007, researchers from the Bigfoot Field Studies Organization, an American non-profit non-governmental association, published some incredible images on their website. One of its members managed to obtain images that could prove, once again, the possible existence of this mythical creature in the forests of Pennsylvania. The photographs, taken during the night with the help of an infrared camera, show in the first instance a pair of black bear cubs. But half an hour later, another much taller and more muscular animal appears, moving in a hunched-over manner. The creature walks on its 2 hind legs, while its arms dangle like an ape. And although the head is not visible, the size of the head can be sensed. The clarity of the images is shocking, and as we have seen before, it is not the first time that someone has offered quite considerable graphic evidence about this creature. Who knows? We may be looking at some of the best graphic documents to date that can validate the zoological reality of this misunderstood species of arboreal primate. Zero Zone. A possible chupacabras. Let's be clear, there is no evidence to prove that the mysterious chupacabras exists. Most of biologists and researchers claim that it is an urban legend, just like the Bigfoot or the Loch Ness Monster. They claim that the sightings of this animal are possibly linked to coyotes with mange, an irritating skin condition caused by microscopic mites that infest the skin. However, there are still people who are determined to provide graphic evidence with the sole purpose of proving, once and for all, that this legendary creature is real. Here you have one of these images. This is not a hoax. What you see is what happened. Some kind of coyote wiping out all the birds on a private property. The problem here is, what kind of animal is it? The most likely answer is that it is a coyote or a dog with mange. The animals which suffer from it become increasingly weak, and if they cannot get their usual prey, they approach domestic animals or livestock since they are easier to hunt. As for the idea that they suck blood like vampires, it may be an exaggeration of the legend itself, don't you think? Will camera traps be in charge of solving the great enigmas of our planet? The truth is that there is a great probability that they will help us to understand many of the things that happen around us and that we are unable to understand. In the meantime, we will continue to be impressed by images as amazing as the ones we have just seen. If you want to know more about these stories, check out our next video.